My name is Stan Salas, and I'm gay. I grew up in a very funny house full of loud, funny brown people. I came out to my family when I was 17, and so later that year I moved away to college. When I came back for winter break, my mom and I had this tradition where we go Christmas shopping together, and it's sort of like mom, gay son time. And so this was my first time doing this back from college and as an openly gay man to her. So we are in the car and we're driving, and it's quiet. She turns to me and says, "So," as soon as your mom goes, "So," you kind of realize like, shit, there's a question coming. And so like all of me clenched up, and she was like, "Are you having sex?" At that moment, I wanted to like turn into a potato and roll away. But I sort of just unclenched everything and told my mother, "Yes, I am having sex." And she was like, "Oh," and she took a pause, and it felt like 45 minutes. It was probably like 4 seconds. But she was like, "Oh, at least no one's pregnant." That's when I realized that me being gay had permeated into my home life, and it was funny and we laughed about it. It was second nature to us. And to me, that is the ultimate expression of love, because they not only got me, they understood me, and they made a joke about it. When I was a kid, I had a stutter. I immediately knew what it meant to be other, what it meant to be ostracized and to be made fun of. I had the stutter when I was like 6 or 7, so it was early on in life. I got through it with a little bit of therapy and flair. That was sort of the basis that taught me to deal with being different. And later on, when I realized that I was a gay man, I think having gone through that gave me sort of a head start of what it meant to be ostracized, just for being how you are, and you can't understand why you're being ostracized because you can't help be who you are. When I experienced the same kind of attitudes toward me for being gay, I instantly knew how to deal with them. It made me a stronger person for it. My parents have been married now for 39 years, and I always looked up to them for that. They made it look easy, and they made it look effortless, and I told myself I can't wait to get married one day, because it looks hard, and it looks difficult, and it looks messy, and it looks like a hell of a lot of fun, so I couldn't wait to do it. So in June of 2015, when the Supreme Court passed gay marriage, that sort of inspired me, because it was sort of that moment for me of going, okay, what I've dreamed about gets to sort of be a reality. That was such a big moment, because I woke up and it was the first thing I read, and I wish I could live in that feeling forever, because for just like a tiny little moment, you felt accepted by everyone. That very rarely happens. Mr. Rogers said in a time of crisis, look for the helpers, and I think that the LGBTQ youth are supposed to be the helpers. It's your job to be strong for everyone else, because you've experienced things that most people will never experience. You've looked at yourself in ways that most people will never look at themselves, and that gives you the advantage. You get to sort of lead by example. There's a lot of power in that. There's no one way to do this. There's no one way to be gay. I wish I had known that a long time ago. There's no right job, there's no right way to look. The more you are your authentic self, the better off you're going to be. And if it was easy, everyone would do it.